नमस्कार दोस्तों, आज के इस वीडियो में हम क्लास 9th मैथमेटिक्स के चैप्टर 8 पर चर्चा करने वाले हैं। तो आज आप एक्सरसाइज 8.2 से रिलेटेड जो क्वेश्चंस हैं उनका सॉल्यूशंस आप देखेंगे। तो हमारे इस वीडियो को अंत तक देखते रहिए और अपने ज्ञान को बढ़ाइए। तो क्वेश्चन है जो 8.2 में, ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, ये एग्जाम में भी another quadrilateral. It is given that P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of side. First one is AB, BC, it. So we will start the proof. For proving these things, we will write the given information. After that, we will prove it. Since here, now start the solution. Since P, Q, R, S, these are the midpoints. So we will take first of all in triangle ABC. So since requirement is that SR, this is SR, just half of AC and parallel to AC. So we will take the triangle ADC first. In triangle ADC, here S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of CD. S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of CD. So what to write here? In the previous term, you have to prove that in a triangle, this is a triangle and this is the midpoint, that is ABC. This is a triangle and D and E, this is the midpoint of side AB and AC. Then you have to prove here that is DE equal to half of BC and DE parallel to BC, means this line DE just half of this BC and this DE is also parallel to BC. This is already proved in the midpoint theorem. So we will apply this same application in this question. You can see here, this is a triangle ACD and this is SR and this is the second baseline. So it means the baseline just a half of SR and SR is also parallel to AC. So you can write here by midpoint theorem that is AC parallel to, otherwise you can write it as, that is SR parallel to AC and SR equal to half of AC. SR just equal to half of AC and SR equal to parallel to AC. So this is the first part. You have to prove without any calculation used by midpoint theorem. So this is necessary to show that S and R is the midpoint of the side, and then you will write here by midpoint theorem. This is also the important step to write the midpoint theorem. You can say that SR just a half of AC and SR just parallel to AC. Now this is the first part. So you will write here part number first. Now for part number second, you will see that in the second triangle, that is triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, you will write once again, in triangle ABC, P and Q is the midpoint of AB and BC. P is the midpoint of AB, and after that Q is the midpoint of BC. Q is the midpoint of BC. So what you say, that is PQ just half of AC and PQ parallel to AC. Again you can see that this is a triangle, and in this triangle this side is half of AC and PQ, that is this is the midpoint of side AB and BC. So once again you can say that by midpoint theorem, PQ parallel to AC and PQ just a half of AC. So you will write here PQ just half of AC and PQ just parallel to AC. Okay, so let us, this is the equation number 1 which we proved in the first part, and this is the equation number 2. So what you observe from equation first and second? In the equation number first is SR equal to half of AC, and in the second equation PQ equal to half of AC. Means right hand side is half of AC in the both equation. So you compare these equation 1 and 2, you will get the result PQ equal to SR. So you will write the statement here from equation number first and second. From equation first and second, you will get okay, PQ equal to SR. This is the requirement of the second result. Now moving for third. Again you will observe the equation number first and equation number second. That is, you have to prove here PQ equal to SR, and similarly you see here SR parallel to AC and PQ parallel to AC. It means you can say that in the diagram also PQ parallel to AC and SR parallel to AC. It means you can say that PQ parallel to directly SR. Okay, so you will write once again for the part number third. We will for the part number third, only 2 steps is remaining for this question. So you will write from part number third, from equation first and second we get, that is PQ equal to SR are equal and parallel, then you can say that parallelogram, that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So you will write here the statement for writing the result. Since opposite sides are equal and parallel in a quadrilateral, which one? PQRS. PQRS. Therefore, you will get the result that PQRS is a parallelogram. So you will get this result. This implies that PQRS is a parallelogram. So I think that is all the steps are clear for this. That is, if the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel, then you can say that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So this is so easy application of midpoint theorem. I want to once again tell you that about this question. So first of all, you will take this triangle ACD. In this triangle, you can say that this is a side and this one is a third side of a triangle, and S R, there are two midpoints of these two other sides, that is SR parallel to AC and SR equal to half of AC. Similarly, you move for the ABC, you can say that P and Q, these are once again midpoint result of question number first, and this we have the all result, three parts are given. So now moving for next question, again for using the D and D respectively, show that quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. In the first question, you have to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. In this question, we will prove here PQRS is a rhombus. And in the second question, you have to prove that PQRS is a rectangle. So all these type of question have the same proof and the application of midpoint theorem. So how can you prove this question number third? So according to the information, we will first of all write here given things. So here given that question number 3, that is ABCD is a rectangle. This is given. Okay. So you will write here ABCD is a rectangle. Okay. So this is the symbol of rectangle. We can write it. Also we can write in the word also. So that is rectangle. After that, most important things is also given here. That is PQR and S are midpoint. That is P, Q, R and S are midpoint of sides, that is ABBC, CD and AD. You can write as D also, respectively. The meaning of respectively means P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of BC, R is the midpoint of CD, and S is the midpoint of AD or DA. So this is the meaning of respectively. Now according to the information, first of all we will draw a diagram, that is ABCD is a rectangle. So we will construct a diagram. this is a rectangle, and here we'll start from here, that is A, B, C and D. Okay, now question says that what things, that is PQRS. P is the midpoint of AB, so this is the midpoint, and Q is the midpoint of BC, and R is the midpoint of CD, and S is the midpoint of DA. Okay, now you will join these points. What you get? You will get this thing same to same, that is, this is the point you join. Okay, so you will get a PQRS is a quadrilateral. Now we will prove here that PQRS is a rhombus. So for proving this, we will construct something, means we will draw a parallel line, that is AC. We will join A and C. So you will get this is a construction. Okay, now start the proof. You will same proof you will write here as in the question number 1 you have to write already. So given after that to prove here PQRS is a rhombus, that is PQRS is a rhombus. Only these things is required. You can write the construction, join A to C. Construction, join A to C. Okay. Now what is the requirement? Requirement is to prove that. So you will start the solution, that is proof. In triangle ABC, otherwise you can see, you can take triangle ADC, anyone. So we will start from serially ABC. In triangle ABC, what, that is P and Q are the midpoints of AB and BC. So this is the important point. You will write, this is the necessary point to write these things, that is P and Q are the midpoint of side AB and BC. Okay. Then by midpoint theorem. Then by midpoint theorem. ये दोनों जो पॉइंट मैंने लिखे हैं, ये दोनों पॉइंट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. अगर आप ये पॉइंट नहीं लिखते हो तो मिड पॉइंट थ्योरम आपका फेल हो जाएगा, क्योंकि मिड पॉइंट का नेसेसरी कंडीशन है कि अगर आपको किसी ट्राइंगल में मिड पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं तभी वो मिड पॉइंट ज्वाइन करने वाली लाइन पैरेलल होगी और उसकी हाफ भी होगी. ठीक है, तो ये कंडीशन लिखना कंपलसरी है. So you will write here that this is the line PQ and AC. So you will write that PQ equal to half of AC and PQ parallel to AC. So this is the equation number 1. So again you take the above triangle, that is ADC. In triangle ADC, once again you will write that S and R, that is R and S are the midpoints of CD and AD. CD and AD. Okay, So by midpoint theorem, then by midpoint theorem, what to say here? That is, SR is the line joining the midpoint. So you will write SR just half of AC. SR just half of AC and SR parallel to AC. So this is the equation number second. Now you will use these two equations for the result. You will write here from equation first and second. From equation first and second, we get what you get, that is, you find the conclusion PQ equal to half of AC and SR equal to half of AC. So right hand side is same. So you can say that PQ equal to SR. PQ equal to SR, and now for parallelity, PQ parallel to AC and SR parallel to AC means PQ parallel to SR. So once again you will find the conclusion here, what in quadrilateral PQRS, that is PQ parallel to SR and PQ equal to SR. Okay, since opposite sides are equal and parallel, so you can say that PQRS, once again it is a parallelogram. So you will write here the conclusion, since opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel. Okay, equal and parallels, then what you write? Then you can write it as PQRS is a parallelogram. This implies that PQRS is a parallelogram. But this is not our requirement. Our requirement is to prove that PQRS is a rhombus. So how can you say that PQRS is a rhombus? Okay, so for this we will show here. Now I want to remove this. How can you say that this PQRS, that is parallelogram PQRS, is a rhombus? So dear, for proving this result, you can say that in triangle APS, okay, PAS you can also say PAS, and triangle PBQ, okay. So what to say in these two triangle? In these two triangle you can say that AP equal to BP. AP equal to BP. Why? Because P is the midpoint. P is midpoint. Okay. And next, AS equal to BQ. AS equal to BQ. Why? Because again these two are midpoint. Half, you can write half of given sides. Because this is the midpoint, so you can say that this is half of AD and this is half of this. Okay. Now for next, you can say this is angle A equal to angle B. Angle A equal to angle B, each 90 degree. Why? Because this is a rectangle already is given in the question, because ABCD is a rectangle. If ABCD is a rectangle, then all angles are 90 degree of that. After that, that is here you can see that two sides and one angle, that is this side and this side, the angle is the included angle, and this is this side and this side, and this one is the included angle. So you can say that by SAS criterion, otherwise you can write here congruency also, criterion triangle PAS just congruent to triangle PBQ. Okay. So if these two triangles are congruent, then you can say that PQ equal to PS. Okay. Means you will write here PS equal to PQ by CPCT. Because if these two triangles are congruent, it means all corresponding parts will be there. PQ equal to SR and PS equal to PQ. This is proved above. अभी आपने प्रूव किया. See here, PQ equal to SR. So PQ equal to SR and PS equal to PQ. This is just proved above. So you see in this diagram, if PQ equal to PS and PQ equal to SR, similarly you can say that PQ equal to RQ, means all sides are equal. Then you can say that all sides are equal, therefore you will get the result, that is, this implies that PQ equal to SR equal to PS and equal to RS. Okay, because this RS you also proved in the equation number 1. So all sides are equal in a quadrilateral. This implies that PQRS is a rhombus. Okay, parallelogram PQRS is a rhombus. Why? Since all sides are equal. All sides are equal. Yes. Yes. Say something. हाँ. PQ SR नहीं लिखना है. हाँ, RQ you will write here RQ. Okay, RQ. This is the next side. So PQ equal to SR equal to PS equal to RQ. All sides are equal in a parallelogram. Then you can say that therefore rectangle PQ, sorry, rectangle, this is parallelogram. Parallelogram PQRS is a rhombus. Hence proved.